Hello, everyone, and welcome to day 2 of Snoofer. That's my official version of the pronunciation, by the way, but feel free to come up with your own. Yeah, I hope that most of you managed to catch yesterday. Some of you managed to make it also to the debate. I think it was a great day. We had really good-sized audience, really good questions, really good audience participation in the chat, so that was really nice. Today's talks are a bit more, I would say, a bit more technical. There's more focus a bit on techniques and also on software packages later today. So I think today could be a really good day for people who want to get into this sort of work and want to know what the latest developments are to start doing that. So I'm going to go and set up the next speaker in a second, and Friedemann will tell you a little bit more about the schedule for today. But I just wanted to talk about one thing quickly before I go, which is to say, we're wondering about how we should run this meeting going forward and whether or not it could be more than just a meeting. For example, we had the idea of it being just also adding maybe a mailing list, or perhaps going a bit further than that, adding a discussion forum, and seeing if it develops into something more. And I just wanted to invite you to put ideas in the chat now, and we can maybe talk about that over the next 5-10 minutes. So if you've got thoughts about what we ought to do, let me know, or let us know. I kind of like the idea of having a discussion forum where people can sort of organize things and things like that, but maybe there's not enough demand to make that reasonable, and just a simple mailing list would be better. So yeah, it would just be good to get a bit of feedback on what would be a helpful thing to do. Yeah, I think I'll leave it there. I'll keep this open in the background and get the first speaker set up while Friedemann goes ahead and shows you what's going on today. All right, see you in a bit.
Thank you very much, Dan, and also welcome to everybody from my side. So I'm very much looking forward to this day today. As Dan already mentioned, please leave your comments on what you would prefer, a mailing list or maybe a forum, to keep Snoofer going and to collect new ideas of how to run the meeting in the future. We're planning to do another iteration of this next year in fall 2022. And obviously, we always kind of like to hear what you think or what we should improve, or what you'd like to see for this kind of small but very lively community. So going forward for today, I just want to quickly share my screen. So today's program basically foresees, as Dan already said, a little bit more technical program. So we'll have 2 sessions today and a poster session. So 2 sessions with talks and the poster session. And as you can see, we will talk in principle, like very broadly, about the topic how to do machine learning, if you want, with spiking neural networks. So how you get spiking neural networks really to do what you want them to do. So it's going to be more focused on algorithms, initialization techniques, and also on libraries and acceleration libraries to really do the heavy lifting, essentially. That's really the topic of the contributor talks today. And we also have 2 talks really that go into the application direction by our invited speakers on neuromorphic engineering. Before we start, I also want to just again acknowledge our organizing committee of this Snoofer. So this was Chiara yesterday, and in a moment, as you will see, Sander Botte, who basically helped us to select the abstracts. So really, thank you very much to them also for making this happen. It was really a pleasure to organize the meeting again together with all of them. Also, thanks for Kushika for making this nice Snoofer dog or Snoofer hawk logo for the meeting, which really adds to our website. And a big thanks also to Worldwide Neuro for basically sponsoring us again, that we could use their Crowdcast account, which is why now it says Worldwide Neuro underneath here, which I think really delivers a very nice kind of streaming experience to all of you. So for those of you who don't know this, so Worldwide Neuro is essentially an initiative run by Tim Vogels and Panos and others who are trying to bring talks, neuroscience-focused talks and also other talks to everybody's homes all over the world by making them accessible and online. And I think it's a great initiative. So if you don't know it, you should check it out. It's world-wide.org Neuro, as shown here on the slide. And as I said, they're sponsoring us with letting us use this Scribecast account, which I think really makes for a great experience. So for the other point that I want to make today is we have a poster session, right? So that's the first time we're doing this, but you know it from other meetings. So it's wedged here in between our two talk sessions. It's limited to 40 minutes so that our presenters do not have to have a paid Zoom account. So this should allow them to basically serve a Zoom room, allowing them to present their poster. So please check them out. There's a bunch of really cool looking abstracts for the poster. Unfortunately, 2 speakers had to cancel due to understandable scheduling conflicts because they're in different time zones where it didn't work for them to be presenting right at this specific time. That's unfortunate, but it's understandable given that we're attended by people from time zones all around the world. Right, so you should have received a Google Doc link essentially. And we'll post it later again in the chat so that you know where to connect to these individual Zoom rooms. So you will have to basically attend the Zoom rooms of the individual poster presenters. And I hope that's clear. You've all probably done it before. If there are any questions, feel free to reach out in the chat. What else is there to say? I think there's pretty much everything I wanted to mention. But I'm just hearing from Dan that our speaker is not ready yet. We still have 3 minutes to kill. So I would just encourage you that you continue the discussion in the meantime on how we should communicate with this community in the future, what you would like. I see there are already great suggestions in the chat, which is great. And with this, I'm looking very much forward to the talk today and the posters, and I hope you will enjoy this as much as we do. And we'll see each other again in a couple of hours for the final notes when we close the session. Okay, thanks for being such a great audience. I'll close this welcome session now, and we'll be moving on swiftly to our first session, which is hosted by Sandeep Bolte.